Yo, welcome back to another video. If you are a newlywed man who wants to build muscle, lose fat, and prioritize everything in his life, this is for you. Now, specifically, I do identity work and I give systems to people who want to just be a better man and actually take care of his family while prioritizing fitness. Now, a lot of fitness coaches will say that by giving you, these tailored workouts that are time efficient. Now, I'm going to do that in this video, but I want you to know that that's not everything. If you want to know the actual foundation, which is the identity work, just go back to my channel and then look for a couple videos. You'll find them pretty easily. I've done videos on that before, but specifically this one, I want to dive deep into the nutritional aspect because systems is also important. And within my system, I actually don't have my clients track any calories or macros, which is pretty cool to say. Now, a little bit about me. Okay, I want to show you what I look like right now. This is me right here. Took this about a week ago, and can you believe that? I used to be a bodybuilding.com ambassador. And if you told me, hey man, if you stop tracking calories, you're going to get to this physique, I would have laughed in your face and called you a liar. Because never did I ever think that this is possible without tracking calories. You see, the fitness industry online has created this idea, a false belief that you need to be strict. You need to have a certain energy, a very disciplined and this gung ho, this white knuckle energy in order to get lean, in order to build muscle and lose fat. And tracking works, I'm not gonna lie. It is scientifically approved, okay? But it is not practical for your lifestyle, especially if you're a man who wants to take care of his family, who wants to build his future, who wants to invest into his relationships and a relationship with God. Now, this is going to take a lot of deconstruction the beliefs that you have in your head because right now, right, if you are into self-development specifically and if you've been around online for a while, you sort of adopted this mindset, whether you know it or not, that to work harder means to get the results that you want. And so where's the, there you go. This is the belief that we are wanting to break. Okay. More effort equals more results. That is false. Because if that was true, you wouldn't be watching this video wondering how to get the results you do or you want. Because more effort actually comes from this energy of white knuckling. And that energy serves you in a lot of different areas in life. Maybe it serves you at your work. Maybe it serves you for a specific season in your life. For me, it helped me get a sponsorship at bodybuilding.com as an ambassador. And it helped me go through engineering school for 7 years. And eventually I got a corporate job as an account manager and great. Okay, everything was great on paper. And I carried this energy into my marriage too. Now imagine the energy of a gym bro carrying that into his marriage. Not really a great idea. Okay, I felt like I was on top of the world. I felt like I was a knight in shining armor, but I wasn't really being the man my wife needed. Now, if I try to imagine myself having that same energy again, I don't think it's going to work out. So this is not true. I'm going to draw a big line. Let's see. There we go. It's not true. What's true is simplicity equals results. Especially if you're a newlywed man with a lot of responsibility. Okay. You have so many responsibilities, and the more responsibilities that you do have is going to add complexities into your life. It's going to cause your attention to divert. It's going to have competing priorities. Now, a lot of men, we don't really know what to do whenever this happens, okay? Because there's one of us and maybe 10 responsibilities, to tend, to steward, to look out after. One of the best ways to beat that is to introduce simplicity into your life. And that's the reason why I do the thirds method. Okay, so the third method is, let's add another box right here. Okay. I'm going to draw a circle. By the way, if you want me to do a nutritional audit in your diet right now, just to see where you're at, what you need to change, what you need to switch out in terms of ingredients and even meals, I will do that for you. Just comment below the word audit and I'll do that for you free. Okay. Now I want to draw a circle. Ooh, color. I'll do this. Okay. The third method is supposed to have an S right here. Now imagine that's your plate. Okay. And these are equally they're not equal in size, but just imagine equal thirds. This third right here is going to be protein. This one is going to be carbs. And this one is going to be produce. So fruits and or veggies. Produce. All right. Every time you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I want you to follow this. It's going to help you so much. Instead of tracking everything and weighing everything down and then inputting that into MyFitnessPal and then going through the cycle of anxiety and OCD and pressure and having that mental bandwidth shorten every time you do this, just follow this visual guideline. Okay, easy. So if you are having chicken, it doesn't really matter. It can be beef or it could be tofu. Any ingredient that is highly protein, that has a lot of protein in it, that is geared towards protein, put it as protein on your plate. Okay. Now, some ingredients will have a little bit of carb and a little bit of fat, like chicken thigh, for example. It has a little bit of fat compared to chicken breast, but don't worry about the fat content. Just focus on foods that are highly or high protein. So it doesn't matter if it's chicken thigh or if it's chicken breast. Just put it as protein right here, and that's it. Okay, don't worry about the extra because it doesn't serve you. Now, I've been doing this for I don't really know how long, for years now. And again, this is me literally last week. I have abs, I look lean, I look jacked, and this is my back right here. Where is that? Right here. Boom. Looking lean. And I actually lost 3 pounds recently too, which is pretty cool. Just from switching a ingredient. So I used to eat orange chicken at Panda Express pretty much every day. Now I eat the teriyaki, the super greens, and then the white rice. Just from eliminating the orange chicken and going for something else, lost me 3 pounds, which is really cool from not tracking at all. Now, regarding the third method, the same thing for carbs. So, you know, your carb choices should be clean. It should be rice. It doesn't matter if it's jasmine, white, or brown. It doesn't matter if it's rice or potatoes. It can be sweet potatoes. It doesn't really matter. Just pick high carb ingredients and put it right there. Don't pick things that are like mac and cheese, right? If you're going to do that, just do the pasta. Don't do the actual cheese with it. It should be single ingredient foods in this section right here of the plate. And then the produce is pretty self-explanatory. It should also be single ingredient food. It should be either a banana, it should be a serving of watermelon, it should be, maybe some kale or boiled cabbage, anything really, okay? Don't really overthink it. And if you have any questions on what foods to put into that plate, what foods to not, just put it in the comments below. I'll reach out to you and I'll reply to you. Essentially, that's it. Now, what makes this method work too is to be honest. So I don't have a picture of my plate from, wait, maybe I do here. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. One second. Maybe that's, yeah, that works. That works. Okay, the third method. That's not an actual real life picture though. 1 second, 1 second. I'm gonna find you a picture. Gonna get my phone out real quick, and then okay, there we go. So I'm gonna send it to myself on Facebook. All right, I'm gonna get that real quick here. All right, I want you to see the actual amount, which is pretty key. And because we're not tracking it through an app and weighing down the food, this next portion, this section of the video is very key because, wait, why am I not showing up here? Why does it say I'm not showing up? It's okay. It's okay. So this is pretty key because some people, yeah, so you might think, well, I don't know how much of each protein, carb, and produce to put onto my plate. Now, with the produce, it's really hard to eat so much that will affect your calorie count at the end of the day. So you can really have as much veggies or fruit as much as you want. Okay. Like theoretically, sure, you can have so many bananas that it'll affect you at the end of the day, but no one's gonna do that. So it doesn't really matter. And with protein and carbs, just be honest, right? Like each time you plate your plate, it should look like this. You shouldn't add on piles and piles of rice and meat. Just be honest with yourself and try to have a consistent amount every single time. And it doesn't matter, again, if it's chicken thigh, chicken breast, it doesn't matter. And yes, like of course, some meats will be more high calorie than others, but it doesn't matter because the system that's created here is you're probably going to eat, and if you're not like this already, then you can actually do this on purpose, is to have foods that you constantly go to. And then that way you sort of like have a baseline. Okay, like even though like chicken thighs are higher in calories, for example, than chicken breast, if you do it and there's a pattern to it, right? Like maybe out of the week you eat 3 chicken breasts, or like 3 days of chicken breast, and then the other times of the week you eat chicken thighs. That pattern, that ratio of chicken breast and chicken thighs should be the same, like week after week. And so because they're the same, it's going to build a baseline and it's going to have consistency. And that way you're going to have calorically the same amount of calories each week. So don't worry too much about the calories, and especially am I eating chicken thighs or chicken breast? Like as long as you are routine in choosing your foods and choosing your ingredients specifically, don't worry about that. Now you're going to come to a point where you're going to Maybe you just be sick of chicken thighs and you're going to eat ground beef. Or maybe you're sick of, maybe you're eating chicken breast now, which is a low calorie option, lower than ground beef, but then you're sick of the chicken breast and then you want to go to the ground beef. Well, then just go to the ground beef. It's really okay. Now, yeah, that's going to disrupt the pattern of the consistent chicken breast week after week already. But again, like it's going to even out at the end of the day as you keep going and going. So don't worry too much about that because, at the end of the day, before calorie counting was a big thing in the fitness industry, our ancestors didn't calorie count and they are healthy, they are fine, okay? So don't worry too much about that. As long as you stick to this framework, the thirst method, you're going to be in a great position already. And yeah. So use this for bulking, use this for cutting weight too. And if you want to know specifically how to go about those, either cutting weight or bulking, just message me. So I'll see you soon. Hopefully this helps. And again, if you want that nutritional audit, just let me know and comment the word audit. I'll reach out to you.